Welcome to Who's Your Neighbor? I'm Terry McGill coming to you from Portland, Oregon, and we have a guest tonight that has been inspirational for me, not only because she lives in Hawaii, but because of how she has transformed her ability to connect with others over the last approximately a year. And so if you want to do outreach for any reason of any kind, I want to introduce you to Dove Johnson, who's just absolutely miraculous. Hello, Dove. Hello again, I should say.
Hi, Terry. Thank you so much for having me here with you on Who's Your Neighbor?
Thank you so much for arranging your schedule, because you're 3 hours earlier in your day than we are here in Portland. So the thing that has inspired me the most about you, because I know that your personal journey has been intense and intensely transformational, but I've been for 6 years now wanting to increase the size of the pond that I fish in, for my business, for my service. And boy, when I started finding out what you have done and how many people you reach with a podcast, it's like, you what? So would you fill us in? What's the backstory and what's the numbers up front? How many times a month do you do a podcast?
Okay, wonderful, Terry. Thank you so much. So, with my podcast, it's Healthy Heart Meditation that you can find on Amazon, Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio. And so, this was a journey that I started last year in May. I was doing in Arizona, actually. I was doing medical transport, and as a Love, Peace, Harmony ambassador and messenger, it was really part of my heart to reach out to those who got in my car. And I shared the message of oneness and unity about love, peace, and harmony. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. And so I shared this with so many people. I have the numbers, or at least 1,000 people that I've gotten in my car that I've been able to share this song with.
Wow.
And yeah, it's been amazing. So as divine inspiration and divine guidance, I received that I needed to do a podcast. Now, doing my research, there's many businesses, soul healing services, flower essence, intuitive guidance, many spiritual podcasts that are out there, except for Love, Peace, and Harmony. And that's where I was like, I have content. I want to be able to do this. And so it was a journey into the outreach. So I would do my outreach and I would get content as I talk to people as they come into my car. And then I would share that on my podcast. And so each month I would just do one podcast sharing about the little bit of information about people, how they felt when they received the song. And if they had, I offered maybe a blessing or a message to go with it, and their reaction when they left the car. And then I would share this onto my podcast with the Love, Peace, Harmony song for people to experience transformation.
So what is that song?
Love, Peace, and Harmony was brought forth by Dr. Master Zhigong Shah. He's my spiritual teacher. He's the founder of the Love, Peace, Harmony movement and the Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation. Now, he actually received this song from the divine with the melody in Chinese, soul language, English, and 50 languages around the world. And so I invite all the listeners to this show to go check out the lovepeaceharmony.org in our movement. We're doing so many miraculous things. And so that was really my motivation for the podcast.
So what is the song?
The song is, I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony, which is a high frequency and vibration sound healing mantra from the divine. This song carries the highest message of oneness and unity. It carries the highest message of frequencies and vibrations. So when you meditate, when you listen in the car, like that was my go-to. It was always in the car when I was out doing my service outreach and actually my employment, my job, and being able to be in the field. And so Master Sha teaches about being in the field, a higher frequency and vibration field. And that is created when you activate the song or turn it on and listen to it. He also has these beautiful Tao calligraphy that come with the song. If you're a Love, Peace, Harmony field representative, which because of the podcast, because I want to kind of go back a little bit. So Love, Peace, and Harmony was created for humanity to heal. So I, myself personally, have used the song for 10 years. I've been able to heal severe depression, anxiety, and even PTSD. I was diagnosed for 20 years with PTSD. In 2000, I received the song in 2012. By 2017, I was cleared by the psychiatrist of not having depression, anxiety, panic attacks, PTSD. I was good to go to live a normal life once again.
And the song did that.
By me allowing the song to bless me, to heal me, it really was a transformation of my heart. I was looking for love. And I was looking for love in all the wrong places, just like that song. And I found the love. I found the love in the song. And so every time I play the song, I'm in the frequency 24/7. I've noticed that the transformation of my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health, I'm even growing younger, I feel like it. The wrinkles are going away. And it's a very powerful way to heal. And so if you want to get technical with it, your cells vibrate at a certain rate. And the song, the sound healing from the song vibrates at a higher rate than our cells. And so what happens when you play the song, your cells, your body actually naturally resonates with the song, and you raise your frequency and vibration of the body, of the cells, of your organs, of your whole auric field, and it raises up to match that love, peace, and harmony frequency and vibration as well. And it's kind of easy to talk about, but you really need to experience it. And so within the podcast, I allow people to experience the song. I share, and then I offer a practice, and then we play the song and meditate within the field.
So when you say experience it, is that the right word? Feel it?
Yes, I would say experience is a perfect word.
So how do you set that up for people so they can do that? Because that doesn't seem normal.
So experiencing it is just kind of, you're able to download the song on an app through your iTunes or your Google Play or your Android phone. You can download it to your phone, to your tablet, or you can go to Healthy Heart Meditation on the podcast and you can listen to me there. And it's really a process to where you want to be comfortable, you want to be in a space where you're able to really connect with your heart and soul. That's what Love, Peace, and Harmony does. It allows you to calm yourself, to relax, and to be in a calm meditative state for healing to take place. And so that is part of the experience. So you want to be able to do it. It's more of an interactive experience to where you're putting yourself, you're downloading the app, you're turning it on, and you're listening to the song. You're allowing the music to come into your field and to come into your body to
So it would be
help
more.
yourself.
It would be more than multitasking then.
A little bit. You can have the song playing low in the background while you're doing other things, or you can dance to the song, soul dance, or you can even in the car. It was really a wonderful experience. I had my older children in Arizona, and I've actually raised these children on Love, Peace, and Harmony. So every time I would drive them to school or I'd have them in the car going to work, I would play Love, Peace, and Harmony. And when they would get home, it was just a really beautiful experience. They would share these positive relationships or interactions that they had at school. All this positive information came back after just listening for a half an hour in the morning for them. And that is really where it's at. You put it on in the car. That's really where I'm at. I love to listen in the car. That's my outreach that I did. And so I noticed that when I didn't have the music playing, when I allowed the children to put on their own music, the day wasn't the same.
So you'd hear a difference when they came home from school?
Yeah, there was a big difference in the attitude. There was a big difference in our challenges would come up, and I'd be like, why is this happening? And I was like, oh, I didn't play Love, Peace, Harmony in the car this morning for everybody. After
Great
so
awareness.
many months,
wow.
Yeah, after so many months and years, you can tell, because your life is so smooth. You are interactive with this. You're experiencing this love, peace, and harmony. It's creating this beautiful message in your frequency and vibration in your auric field, in your mind, your heart, your body. And then you're able to really connect with people on a deeper level. And that's really what I've experienced is allowing that song to just be and receive the magic from it. And it really is, it's kind of like magic, so it's powerful.
I bet our engineer has your, what was it, your program? What was the name of it?
Healthy Heart Meditation.
Uh-huh.
You can actually find it on my website, dowheartcenter.com, under sound healing.
Great. And there's the website, dowheartcenter.com.
Yes. Actually, so my business is called Dow Heart Center of Light. So
and you have an Instagram account, I see.
Our heart is a big, huge center of light. And so that's really where I want to be able to help people. Spiritual coaching is what I do. I'm an integrated healing arts practitioner, and I want to help people to really go into their heart, to help them open and expand their heart center and really connect deeper and to actually create a Tao heart center of light in your body. So everybody can have this heart of light, And so
would you say more about that?
Yeah, so I'm an integrated healing arts practitioner. I offer Tao healing hands, blessings, spiritual coaching. I do intuitive guided readings. And I'm actually creating a Tao heart system. And so I've actually really learned about some new information recently, Terry, that I think you're going to really like. I want to share this with you. This comes from some, I want to call it secret spy stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's actually from the government about our heart. And so, with our heart, with each beat of our heart in the aorta, okay? So, if you're in a meditative state and your heart beats in your aorta, that is like the drum in your body, okay? Our body is a tuning fork.
So would your
So,
heart beat somewhere else besides the aorta?
now it'll beat in the aorta, but the sound from the heartbeat will go into your body. Okay. I have to do a little more research, but what I got from it was if you're in a full meditative state, okay, you're totally relaxed and your heart beats and it's a soft beat. I think it's 72 beats per minute. And if you lower your rate to that, what happens is your brain, the water in your brain relaxes and your brain actually starts to dance from the beat of your heart. So
So
your
how can you,
heartbeat is echoing in your body. Your brain starts to dance. Your chakras open, okay? And then you become this channel of light where you can become the most powerful manifester on earth. You are
so
a
you say
conduit.
this is government research,
Yes, sir.
and um, there must be some way that you can check on, what is the beat of your heart?
Correct. So when you're in that meditative state, and I know you do a lot of meditating, Terry, perhaps when you're in the total quiet, you can hear your heartbeat and you can actually lower. So many ancient tech disciplines actually teach you to lower your heartbeat. So when you're just so calm and relaxed and your heart is happy and it makes that beat and doo doo doo, your body responds to that. All the cells, and then it goes up into your brain through your central nervous system and the brain stem in the back. And it actually affects the liquid, the surrounding cerebral liquid in your brain. And then your brain shifts zero point zero 0.01 or 0.02 millimeters up and down. So from the heartbeat, your brain is beating along with it. And that actually creates a conduit through your chakras up and out. So whatever you think, your brain is going to respond immediately. And that is how we can become powerful manifestors
Well, I can
using
use
our
that.
heart.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll send you that video.
Great, because I just, as you were running through this, I'm going, I don't listen to my heart beat.
Yeah.
I've
So
done.
it's something that we can all really pay attention to. And that's really what the focus is Tao Heart Center of Light is really focusing on our heart and helping our heart. So in my past, I've had my mom passed away of heart disease. I've had a lot. My blood pressure goes up and down. Now that I know this technique, though, I'm going to be able to lower my heart rate. I'm going to be able to really pay more attention to my heartbeat and having that information come forward.
So is the heartbeat related to your pulse rate?
Yes. So
Because
you have your
every time I
pulse,
go into
right?
the doctor and do a checkup, they tell me, they say I've got really low beats, whatever it is they're measuring.
Okay, so some people are a little higher, some people are lower. The pulse is how many beats per minute your heart rate is, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can check that over here. So some people normally 72. I just went to the doctor the other day and I had them check mine and it was 72 right before I went into physical therapy.
Wow.
And my blood pressure was down. I've been having a little bit of, because of I broke my ankle, and so I don't have enough energy flow through my body and my leg. So that's been affecting me as well. And so all different kind of factors can affect your heart, but I'm very blessed that I have Tao healing hands that help me, and also love, peace, and harmony, because that is sound healing for the heart.
Wow. So I'd like to take us back to your podcast. When you first started, what, a year and 2 months ago, how many listeners would go to your podcast every month?
So I started last year in June. I had 50 listeners.
50, 50.
50 for the first month. So I just did a podcast once a month. So I accumulate all the rides and what kind of information I want to put out. I do all my own editing. I do all my own putting it out there to the world. I had to learn on my own. The second month I had about 300.
Whoa, that's 6 times as much.
The third month I had 500. So that was pretty cool. By October, Terry, I had 10,000 listeners by only putting out my podcast one time a month with
Wow.
love.
So is that a total of all of the months, or for that month of October?
That was just for the month of October.
That's amazing. I thought it was 3,000 and I was stunned. I would be so happy to get 3,000.
Yeah. I know. I just kept watching the numbers go up and up and up, and I would tell my brother, "Oh my gosh, I have 15,000 listeners. I got to serve them more," And so
Wow.
That was a transformation for me.
So my goal, I got to change my goal. My goal's been 1,000.
We got to change your goal, Terry. We got to get you on the podcasting. I think you're going to be great. I know you are. There's going to be so many people being able to connect with you. And I think that's really what it is we have so many platforms on podcasting because it's an audio MP3 and it's put out there into the World Wide Web. There's hundreds of podcasting platforms that people around the world can connect to, because not too many people have internet or Facebook or social media, and perhaps they don't like that. A lot of people do like podcasts
to anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just loves, he listens to Matt somebody or other a lot.
Yeah.
Who's evidently very well known, except to me.
Yeah, I know.
So the other thing that I noticed the other day when I was doing some research, well, when I was looking through the internet, can't really call it research, but, I was out there fishing. And one of the things I read was the fastest growing field out there right now, if you want to call it a field, is podcasts. There's more and more and more. And so you're still growing listeners?
I am.
Wow.
Yes. So in May of this year, I had 25,000 listeners to my podcast.
Wait a minute. You went from 500 to 10,000 and it blew my socks off. And now you're more than that?
Yes. Yes. It was 25,000 listeners in May. And I had to stop. I had to switch over my website, I apologize to all my listeners, but we had to have a new website put in. And now we're back on the podcasting. We're back online. I'm up to 3,000 at this point again. So, but it's okay because it's just a transformation. I'm able to connect. I am going to be starting to do daily podcasts. And then being able to teach people more, being in the field more, and do more practices.
Right. I was
thinking more people.
That, if you're doing something once a month, then they have to be pretty dedicated to find you every month.
Yes. They love the love, peace, and harmony.
Evidently.
They really appreciated the love, peace, and harmony song, the feel, the stories, the outreach that I did.
Well, how many people Did you say you'd had in your car 1,000?
So I've done over 3,000 rides of
Wow.
medical transport, Uber and Lyft within the past few years. Uh, when I started, it was just like the summer of love last year, where everybody who got in my car experienced love, peace, and harmony in one way or another. So usually some people like to talk. I would have love, peace, and harmony on really low. And sometimes some people didn't want to talk, they wanted their privacy and their space, and that's okay. I would just put love, peace, and harmony on and just turn it up a little bit. They didn't complain. They were just like, yeah, this is a beautiful song. And I was like, well, you can download it at the app, and I would share it that way. And I do want to share about this one time I was in an accident, Terry, and I had love, peace, and harmony playing. It was like
You were driving a
11:30 at
client?
night. Yeah, it saved my life. The Love, Peace, and Harmony song saved our lives on that night because of the field. It is a protection field because of the higher frequencies and vibrations. My car could have been totaled. So what happened is my car got a flat tire after I was hit with my passengers in the car. The young man was inebriated. He had hit 6 cars before he hit mine on the freeway, Arizona freeway, on Friday night at 11:30 at
Wow.
night, going up the I-17. So if anybody knows the I-17 coming off the stack, the 202 stack, at 11:30 at night, I was saved by this song. I really was. And I had to sit there for about 4 hours waiting for my tow truck to come. But what I did see is 6 other cars come off that freeway on tow trucks. Like, I was able to drive my car off with a little, flat tire. All the other 6 cars, including that gentleman's car, were totaled. They were
Wow.
totaled. They were not able to drive away. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow. I had to watch that though. By 4:00 in the morning, I was home with a new tire, everything.
And your
And I
car
was
was
very
your car
grateful.
was drivable?
My car was drivable, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I only had a flat tire and a little crack on my bumper.
Wow.
After getting hit at 60 miles an hour, it was just like this beautiful protection package just opened up and just really bounced the car. And you know what was great, Terry? You know what was beautiful? Not one ambulance came off that freeway. 7 cars got hit. Not one person was in the ambulance. That's a miracle. Yeah.
That's really amazing for freeway accidents. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was grateful. I was looking at the cars coming up and I was like, there's no ambulances. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, love, peace, and harmony. I'm
So,
very grateful.
so your podcast, for people, for our listeners, and I don't even know if there's anybody listening tonight. Usually, let me double check. I don't think there's anybody here live tonight, which is unusual. Usually we get 2, 3, 4, 5. But the amazing thing is, in 10 days, there's like 130 that have checked it out, and it stays up forever. Incidentally, we'll give you a YouTube video of this so that you'll have it, if you whatever you want to do with it.
Perfect. Thank you.
So for our listeners, though, and those who are going to be listening, even though they're not right now, that's what I love about the recordings. How did you get started doing this? What was the technical first step? How do you do a podcast?
So you want to do research on the podcasting and really connect with the community that you feel is supporting you. There's so many out there. And also your budget. So I have a very low budget for my podcast. And I was like, well, what's the cheapest way to put out a podcast? I can't afford $90 or for this one company or $100 for this other company to put out my podcast. I really did the research, and what I found was I started a Squarespace because they offered a blog
Now,
that has a
what's Squarespace?
Squarespace is a website hosting platform, and they are one of the only ones that will allow you to have an RSS feed with a audio clip.
So would you spell that? RFS?
RSS. I want to say revenue sharing services, but that's not. That's my other class. So sorry.
It's those words. It's those
So
letters.
it has three words, but it's where your website, the HTML code is connected to that RSS URL on your website,
So
and
for
then you share that. Yeah.
our listeners, I invite you to replay this and write these terms down so that you can go online, because I will bet there's 50 YouTube videos for every one of these terms. And if you don't want to spend larger dollars, do what Dove has done. And I am still stunned. You went from 350 to 300 to 500 to 10,000 to 15,000 to 25,000. Wow.
Yes. Yes. Which is small compared to the larger podcasts that a lot of people listen to. A lot of podcasts, they have, a lot of listeners, but the spiritual podcast is really the family that I'm looking for people who need spirituality and who want to embody that and have that more in their life, be able to connect them deeper to their heart and soul, and also to receive healing.
So for our listeners, it's important to figure out, who do you want to connect with? What was that marketing term? Tribe. Who's your tribe? I know I've been working with one of my clients, and she has trained me. I didn't want to do this for 15 years, but especially back when I was a realtor, it's like anybody that was living and breathing was interested in maybe buying a house or selling one, talk to me. But what she's saying is, it's really important to figure out what really makes your heart beat the most, to jump back onto, what's the name of your program again?
Healthy Heart Meditation.
Healthy Heart Meditation. So one of the things I've learned is, it's really important to be successful and to stay with it, to be successful, to do something that resonates with your own heart. I found that just to make money, I did that, but it was not heart-centered. It was heart-focused, in that I wanted people to either buy the right home or get the best deal when they sold their home, whatever their desires were. But so for me, tuning into, and for me, it was moving out of fear that there wouldn't be enough. So what I'm hearing from Dove is, and I'm listening to you, Dove. I'm just speaking to our listeners.
Yeah.
It's really important to let go of that there won't be enough stuff. And that was what I just appreciated when you were saying doing it on a low budget. Like, wow, this is a way to start. And for those of us who can monetize, and all we have to do is, record a meditation or two and have a little store on our website to monetize it. But if we've got even 1,000, don't have to have 25,000. Some of those people are going to want that meditation, and then you can add as you go. I'm just so impressed with how you just went from, I've got a very modest budget. I want to do it on the cheap. Now, those are my words, but I can
It's
relate
true.
to that.
You know, Terry, they have real estate podcasts too.
I'm out of that.
A
I,
spiritual way. Well, yeah. So, but it's really wherever your heart is, you can do a podcast. You know, you can reach more people that way. It's a great way to reach people and then drive them to your website for your offerings. If you have digital products or if you have coaching packages or whatever services that you have.
so if we have a listener or 130, if they're a realtor, butcher, baker, candlestick maker, um, I have a really an acquaintance. I can't really call her a friend. Especially since COVID, I just haven't seen her since then. But she she does art pieces, and I think it's Etsy. Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Puts them on Etsy, and they're delicate. They're just they're really cute. Anyway, it doesn't matter what one wants to do. What I keep hearing when I'm doing my own research is find out what you really love to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then use Dove's system. Um, she's refined it. Wow, I'm still. I hadn't. I'd heard the 3,000 that was in my mind. So when you said 10,000, it was like really. Um, and then you said 15,000. I'm going no way. When you said 25,000, boy, the wheels in my mind just started going. Boop, boop, boop.
My goal is 100,000 by the end of the year, Terry.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I feel that I can do that if I do a daily podcast. So if I can get I have my gung ho, I have everything that I need,
you have your
you
what?
know, my gung ho, like my energy, my let's do it.
Okay. Gung
um,
ho. Got it.
my
Yeah.
gung
So
ho. I don't know
Wolverine,
what, I don't know
Wolverine,
where that
a
came from. I think my
military term, isn't it?
grandfather used to say
You're,
that.
you're gung ho about something.
Yes, I'm excited. I have the passion and
Yeah.
yeah, but also a focus too, because people want to have, mm, uh, like, so you're going to take them through this week. We're going to be learning about the law of creation, or this week we're going to learn about the five elements, or this week we're going to learn about Mother Earth, or we're going to help you to connect to Mother Earth. So you want to have a structured podcast presentation for the month if you're doing it daily. If you're doing it monthly, like I used to do, I would do about an hour, you know. But daily, you can bring it down from 10 minutes, half an hour to an hour, just depending on your content, your creation, how long you like to talk. Some people like to talk, so
So
they're on there a couple hours, you know.
you're on Instagram also, aren't you?
I am on Instagram at Dow Heart Center.
And there it is.
Thank you. All right. Beautiful.
Well, Dove, we've run up against the end of our time here. I want to thank you so much for this sharing that you have done, including I'm really fascinated by heartbeat of 72 beats
Yes.
a minute and getting the water in my brain to dance.
Yes. That is the goal of all humanity. Once I watched that video, I was like, this is it. It was a little information that has been not brought out to humanity. But it's powerful. I'm going to send it to you right after this.
Super.
Yeah, I'll get it together and I'll send that so you can listen to it. Okay.
Wonderful. Dove, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Terry.
And
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to hear your podcast, Terry, because I know you're working on it. And just a little secret out there, because I think you're going to be great. You're a very wonderful host and you have everything put together wonderful. I love your voice. And I'm sure you're going to have even more people listening to your podcast than my podcast. I'm rooting for you, Terry. Thank you
That's
so
me.
much.
Thank you so much, Dove. So, what I want to share with you are our shift, if you need it, the focus to. Did you hear the passion in Dove's voice? She knows what's important for her. And the people that I've known that were really focused, a lot of them, in fact, can't remember the name of it now, but there's a show out there that's I see it every once in a while on my when I'm cruising through Facebook when I need a break from life, and it's about people who have overcome things in their lives. So what I invite you to do is to look at your life and what is it that you have overcome. And for me, what I had to do to share what I had overcome, brain damage, I had to go through the fear of sharing that. And, for me, it was, what are people going to think? How many are not going to want to talk to me again? So that was the big one. When we go through that, I'm able to go live on Facebook now, which a year ago, that would not have been, it didn't happen. It wasn't happening. So Dove mentioned one other thing. She is a Tao Healing Hands practitioner. And our producer is going to put up a link that if you're interested in healing your fears or whatever they are, or any other aspect of your life, then 5 levels of creation, Portland, and we're going to put that over in the chat. So it's going to be there. You can look at it later. It's going to stay there. When you click on that, that will share, you'll be able to look through it. It's extensive. It talks about the 3 different levels of healing. Some people just want to heal themselves, whatever it is that their issue is. They just want to get physical health. They want to continue to live. I can relate to that. That was what drew me to it 14 years ago, because I had one doctor, they would just not say, well, you really don't have a disease. There's nothing in the PDF, the physician's desk reference, with a code number that says, well, you've got this or that. However, there was something that one doctor finally said, well, your systems are shutting down. Okay, I had an intuition that meant that I wasn't going to live as long as I wanted or expected. And so I said, well, am I going to see my son graduate from high school? And the doctor says, well, when will he graduate? I said, about 1.5 years. And then there's that long pause. And then he says, well, you may not. Whoa. So I kicked the walls out of my box and been exploring things, including Tao Healing Hands. Tao, not the religion, but turns out to be what I call truth. It's the way the universe works. And I love that because I like systems and hard and fast rules. Like you can depend on this because it's a basic truth. So anyway, that's there if you'd like to take a look. And I see we do have some listeners, and welcome. Thank you for staying with us. And if you would like to start a podcast, replay this again, make notes for RSS and HTML and the web, the program, the inexpensive one is Squarespace, all one word, .com. And I've looked at that site. Dove referred that to me a month or 2 ago. And it looks like a really simple way to get started, because I am not. I'm where Dove was, maybe 14 months ago. So I'm going to wind off now, like I've been saying I would. I'm Terry McGill. This is Who's Your Neighbor? And as you can tell, we don't always focus somebody right here in the Portland metropolitan area, Portland, Oregon. Dove's in Hawaii on one of the islands, Big Island, I believe. So we'll be back next week with another guest. And until then, be well and listen to love, peace, and harmony.